Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. Headed out of Costco, as usual. This is the other Costco, by the way. Hey, did you guys have a problem with your internet? Like a day or two ago? I had heard that the internet was messed up for a lot of people. Something to do with Amazon something or other, AWS system or something. I don't know what it was. Something like that. Yeah, I didn't seem to have a problem with the internet per se, but we do have a Amazon Alexa unit. That was having problems. I was wondering why it wasn't answering some of the stuff I was asking, and now I know why. Because obviously that system is dependent on the Amazon internet thing. Yeah, it wouldn't respond. I mean, you can see the little blue light moving around when you call out the name. I won't say the name, otherwise it might trigger somebody's unit. And then it would say, "Oh, I'm having problems now. Try back later." I'm going, okay. But my internet seemed to be fine. So maybe the thing that I use for that wasn't dependent on that system, but obviously the Amazon unit was. So at first I thought, okay, maybe it's just this unit. So we have a couple of these Amazon units in different areas of the house, and none of them would work. And I says, oh, something's up. Now we know why. So anyways, I saw a report that they were saying that maybe Amazon or some of these other companies need to rely on other sources other than just one main internet source. I don't know enough about how that works to talk intelligently about it, but other than the fact that they were kind of saying that, you know, if everything's dependent on that one system, and that one system goes down, everything goes down. That's true. That's true. You don't want to do that. This is the hardest area to turn off of, because it's not a 90-degree turn, but in order to see, you got to really crank your neck over and take a look. Otherwise, you can't see whether it's time to turn or not. Now, one way you can do this, of course, is there's people in front of me trying to make a left turn into their area here. If they go, chances are it's time for you to go, right? Because they're going to be blocking anything that's... they're going to get hit first before you'll get hit. So sometimes that's the best way to do that. Anyway, I had a nice long talk with a person during the lunch hour. The place was really packed up. This is the Mount Prospect Costco. The place was really packed up, and there's no tables. I took the last of the I don't know why, but sometimes I'm pretty lucky. I took the last of the tables that are available, and everything else is pretty much packed up. There's a lot of kids who go to Costco for their lunch, and that was the time apparently. So everyone was showing up. And so this other gentleman was looking around, so I waved him over, and he sat down. He's a financial planner person, I guess. And we were talking about fishing. Yeah, apparently he had a boat, and he's been fishing, before. And yeah, he said he was done for the season, of course. But we were talking about the various types of fishing. And apparently he's done a lot of things. He usually does bass fishing, he says. So, but I was telling him that, I've done a lot of the salmon fishing off of Lake Michigan. Then we were talking about the Wolf River up in Wisconsin, and that how some friends and I went to the Wolf River for a couple of days, and we were fishing for white bass up there. It's like the white bass capital of the world. Yeah, I don't know how many we caught, around 250 fish in 3 days, something like that. And we thought we were hot stuff until the local people were saying they can do 250 in a day. So we weren't as good as we thought we were. Yeah. there's no limit on those either. They just all come out and go fishing out there, and there's just so many of them. It's just toss your line out there, and eventually it catches on, and you get a bunch of fish. So they kept telling us up there that you needed to get some of these dudes. I go, what's a dude? He says, no, you got to get some lures. They're called dudes. You need some dudes. Get some dudes. So we went to the fishing place, you know, the bait shops and stuff, and people were telling us to get some dudes. Oh yeah, here's some dudes. They're blade type fishing lures. You want the little dudes, they said. Little dudes. Yeah, so we bought the whole thing out. Comes in I guess like it's carded, and I don't know how many are in there. 20. We bought them all or something. Whatever he had on that one card, we bought them all. Because the thing is, you could lose them. You know, you get snagged up on something like that, you could lose them. So he says, let's just get them, and then we don't have to, because we were on a boat, and this way, you know, you've got them in case something happens. Yeah, and we lost a couple of lures as well, so it's a good thing we bought, you know, a bunch of them. I think we still have some. I think my friend Fishing Jim still has a couple. So so we were talking about that. It's always interesting who you run into when you're having lunch. He said he wanted to get out of the office, so he came and got a hot dog. So yeah, you meet all sorts of people at Costco. It's interesting. Yeah. So anyway, that particular Costco seems to be busier than the other Costco that I normally go to. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, all the kids show up, and then they get their lunch there. I guess I don't know how they get the cards, because I don't know when you buy a Costco membership if everybody in your family can get a card. I know that typically you can get your card and then a spouse's card. So maybe they give them a card. I don't know how they do that. Or maybe they have to buy them a card. I don't know. Really, I think the easiest way to do it, if you wanted to go to Costco, have somebody, if you don't want to be a member, have somebody buy you a Costco gift card. Yeah, you can get like a $20 gift card. I don't know what the gift cards cost, but let's say $20, right? Just never use it. But you could use it to get in, I think. You can get it because they think you're going to use that $20 gift card, buy something at Costco, use it to get in through the front. Then you can go and get your stuff at the food court. Yeah. Yeah, then you don't technically have to be a member. You know, all you have to do is get a hold of one of these cards and just leave the $20 on the card. That's my guess. I would think that would work. So Pedro, if you're watching, get somebody to get you a $20 gift card. Yeah, and then use that to get in. I think it would work. I mean, how else would you use the gift card? If you're not a member and you get a gift card, how are you supposed to use it if you can't get in, right? So anyway, little tips for you. 100%. Yeah, Coke Zero. And then it does taste different. Tastes different than the other one. Yeah. I tried in both dispensers over at Mount Prospect. They both taste a little different. You can see it too. The color of the stream as it comes down is different. One was lighter brown and one was darker brown. So here you go. It looks like it's gonna rain. Yeah, it's really dark. I see the clouds are kind of dark clouds out there. And obviously, you know, the overcast is good for this type of recording because you don't have that harsh sun hitting me. But yeah, I still gotta do a ride to do one of the reviews. Don't know when I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be cold going forward. I think I can pretty much count on 50 degrees to low 60 degrees at most going forward at this point. So I have to finish off the one XP Trike 2 750 watt version for electric. I guess I still got to do that review. I haven't ridden it yet. I literally, it's been sitting in the living room and it hasn't been ridden. It's just sitting there. I feel bad. But I mean, I'm well enough to go around to like Costco and do things like that. But you know, to do the trike, I've got to pedal it. I got to go in the code and all that stuff. That's a little more difficult than just jumping in the car, going someplace and jumping inside and jumping back out. You know, that's a little different. You'll be out in the weather for a little bit. But I'll try to do that soon. I have to do it because it's not going to get any better. I don't think it's going to get any warmer anymore. So anyway, so that's what I've been up to. I decided to take a lunch out in that area. You know, where I am, I can go between these two Costco's pretty easy. They're really not that far. Well, the Mount Prospect one is probably a couple miles further than the other one that I go to, and it's just a change of pace, you know. So did I go in the morning? Yeah, I went in the morning. This is my second trip to Costco, but whenever I do that, I'll usually jump from one to the other, just as a change of pace. So yeah, didn't you buy a bunch of other stuff? Yeah, I did. I didn't feel like eating it, so I bought those. I bought those pot stickers and the pot pies, and what else did I buy? I bought something else. What else did I buy? I bought something else. I can't even remember. I bought those things for like emergency things to eat. If I'm not going to go to Costco for that day, usually like at the weekends or something like that, then I'd have something. Because usually on the weekends, as you might know, sometimes I say, I had nothing to eat, so I had to go to Costco. I don't usually go to Costco on the weekends. I try my best to avoid that. I try only really do it during weekdays. And but I've been doing it because there's never been anything at home to eat. So I says, well, if I buy these other things, just leave them in the freezer, then I can have it. Oh, I bought the noodles, the ramen noodle thing. Yeah, I had one of those though. The day that I bought it, I decided I'm going to give it a try. That was the Bulldog Carbonara ramen. Yeah, I'm still coughing. I'll tell you, if you put the whole packet on those noodles, that's some spicy stuff, man. Well, the Korean noodles in general are pretty spicy in general. They like hot, spicy stuff. Well, I'm not used to that. So I've had the Bulldog brand before, but I only used like half a packet. This time I says, I'm going to try the whole thing. I'll put the whole seasoning packet in there. And then they have like some powdery stuff. It's kind of like milk and cheese type flavoring things. I said, I'm going to make it exactly the way it's supposed to be made. Let's see what it actually is like. Man, that stuff is so hot. I mean, that stuff is really hot. My mouth was burning for a half hour after I was done, and I was drinking Kirkland brand sparkling water, that was from the refrigerator. So it's cold. It didn't help. Yeah, I could feel the burn even up to a half hour after I was finished and drinking all that stuff. And that's some spicy stuff. I think going forward with that, because what did we get? I think it was like 6. Is it a 6-pack? Something like that. 6 or 8? I don't know. I think it's 6. Going forward, I'm just going to put half of the seasoning packet. Like I did that before with the other Bulldog stuff. Save the other half for another noodle. I think 50% of the hot, spicy seasoning pack is enough for me. And then I can do the full of the other thing. The other thing is just like cheese / milk powdered. That's no big deal. But, it was good. It was just really hot. Burning hot. Let me know in the comments. Do you like hot stuff like that? I don't know. I don't like it that hot. I like something with a little kick to it, just to give it some personality. But man, full blast, that thing is super hot, man. So if you end up following me and trying to buy that stuff, think twice before you put the whole packet in. Okay, I gotta wait behind this garbage truck. He's doing pickups. He's gonna turn as well. He's turning like I'm turning. Okay, well, it is what it is, they say, right? All right, anyways, that's about all I got for you guys. I'm gonna get around him now. He's gonna do pickups, so we'll zip by him. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I've noticed that a couple people have done that recently, so thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Hopefully we'll have better things to tell you guys once I feel a little bit better. But in the meantime, this is about all we can do at this point. So stick around. We'll have better things. Talk to you guys next time.